Hello, Monsters of Banyan, welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 and part 7 of my Greasus Goldtooth campaign, where last time we had the poll, should we eat, well, should we wait for Miao Ying and then eat her, or should we just go ahead and do it? And people said we should wait for her, so we're going to wait for her, although I'm going to be a little bit cautious here.
Whatever I decide.
So what we're going to do is we're going to meander in this direction. I wonder if you can ambush people at, like, if, because technically she should jump into her ambush spot. Does that count as her jumping into her ambush spot or not? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's find out together, hand in hand. Isn't that fun? Right, we've got some. Oh, I don't really care about the demons over there. I'm not really that bothered. We need to go and. Oh yes, of course. Gordon Ramsay did some great fucking work last episode, didn't he? What a guy! Holy shit! Why is there? Oh, it's corruption. Why is there corruption here? Is the corruption going down? It is going down. Not very fast.
The meat will be carved.
So we're going to have to encamp you and you will meander in that direction. That is fine.
Tyrant of the
Think we're good. I want to build this up a little bit. We're building it up. We've got our contracts. I guess I'll take that one. Alright. We actually got the growth for camps, which is pretty good. I mean, not going to lie. Was not expecting to get it, but we got it. So that's good. That's a bit of a win there. The contracts are, as I said last time, a little bit of a letdown, I think. They're just not that useful.
Despite your lack of a gut.
Uh-huh. No. Every single time, no. Stop asking, basically, because I'm never going to say yes. It's not going to happen. Just give up. Just give up. We're on, is that place over there? Oh, sometimes I get lag at the start of a turn. I have no idea why. Okay, she does. Now, what I'm worried about...
Bosses.
What? Right, what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to save. Because I think she'll run away and I'll go through the portal.
Conquest.
Don't go through the portal. Don't go through it.
Job for lesser tyrants.
Fuck. Yeah, okay. That's what I kind of expected to happen. Okay, now the problem is, that we're currently in ambush stance, so with any luck, she will
The obese.
blunder into us. I mean, she should do, right? Because she's in our ambush range. She's literally inside our ambush range. So we should be able to do something there, one would hope. So fingers crossed for that. I don't think... I mean, we've got quite a lot of cash.
Of the tribe.
I want to build this up, don't I? So let's upgrade you. This is going to rebel because of all of the Nurgle corruptions. There's probably no point worrying too much about that. But this we will keep a hold of. Now, Black Fang, yes, you have defences. Karakazorn has defences. Firemouth doesn't, but it's oh,
My will does not bend.
it's in trouble. It's in trouble. It's a lot of trouble.
Boss.
What do we have there garrison-wise? Not very much. Is it enough? Maybe. Maybe. If we recruit, say, I don't know, Og.
Everyone does what I say.
Og, get in there, buddy. And then recruit some Noblars. Apparently, that's what we've got. We've got Noblars. No one panic. We're fine. Oh, God. Jeez. Population surplus +3 for newly deployed camps. That sounds quite good. That sounds pretty legit. I don't think overeating is actually that useful. Hero recruit rank for hunters might not necessarily be the worst. Camp growth within enemy territory could be useful. What does this do? Protect your income buildings is actually probably okay. Right, let's see if Miao Ying actually blunders into our ambush or she could just move right past us. Perfect, we got the ambush. I was a bit worried that this might go really tits up, but fortunately it hasn't. We're fine, so everything's good. Let's go for the meat and let's ambush Miao Ying and eat ourselves a dragon.
Greasus Goldtooth has never lost a fight. And I
Well,
intend to start now.
for some reason, the enemy army started on the evacuation area. So Miao Ying has just fucking booked it. I mean, she's gone. The rest of her army, though, well, it's not so good for him. Yeah, things are a little bit rough for the rest of Miao Ying's army, who are currently getting trampled to death. Or gunned down, as the case with that balloon. Oh, balloon down. It's down. Yep, well, that was brutally short, wasn't it? I love the fact Miao Ying was like, later, boys! Whoops, I'm gone! See you later! Okay, well, we'll hunt down and kill as much as possible, but, I mean, that worked. That was pretty successful. If only they hadn't started in the evacuation zone, that would have been way better, but never mind. The important thing is... revenge. For Nurgle. Well, Miao Ying may have got away, but her army was trashed. I'm going to... I'll take the money. Hello? Right. You have no allies. I guess I'm declaring war on you then. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, that's bad news. That's bad news. Zhao Ming's on his way down. Oh, shit. We defeated Miao Ying, which means we get expert charge defense and more melee defense for the entire army. Now, she's scarpered, and unfortunately, if I go and chase after, I will almost certainly get out. Well, I could try and maneuver my way around it. And then kill her. On the other hand, with Zhao Ming on his way, probably a good idea to head back. So... Oh, do we? I mean, I did say we'd eat her, didn't I? We got the trait. That's the important thing. Just watching her just book it out of that battle was the fact that they started like literally in the evacuation zone is a bit like I'm not 100% sure that's fair, but sure. Let's grab that. And you've got Beast Slayer, Quick Throw. I usually send you into combat, so there's no point in really having a Quick Throw. I guess more health would be kind of useful. Right, let's go and do this. Let's go and get our second soul. Yeah, I definitely have to. Oof, exalted pink horrors indeed. Well, I never.
The impossible fortress. Impregnable to all but the insane. To enter the fortress unbidden would be a mistake, but piercing its defenses will suffice to summon the wrath of the Librarian. Control the crystal of lore in the labyrinth. This will give you a foothold and grant us supplies to reinforce for the struggle ahead. There are 2 other crystals you will need to capture, and so dominate the battle. Confound the Great Changer. Refuse to play the part he has written for you, and destroy all who get in your way.
Well... I'm glad we're doing this realm now, because it's going to be an absolute friggin' nightmare. I mean, I know it's the Chaos realm, but it's going to be an absolute friggin' nightmare regardless. I tell you what, these Screamers do love to attack the Lead Belchers. They just fucking love it. Like, they want to get right in there. I mean, they are anti-large as well. How much anti-large do they actually have? Hang on. There you are. There you are. 25. Holy fuck, that's a lot. Wow, they are very anti-large, aren't they? Holy shit, they're actually pretty... I thought Screamers, they're basically just pancakes, aren't they? Just flappy pancakes, that's all they are. But fuck me, that's a lot of anti-large, because that increases their melee attack as well as as weapon strength, which means they actually have like 50-ish melee attack when fighting large units. They're actually pretty fucking good. If you bring those in as like a rear attack, they're going to do some serious fucking damage. No wonder they tear through lead belchers so fucking much. I mean, I was like, well, they seem to be doing a lot of damage. And yeah, I'm not fucking surprised. Yeesh. Ugh. Oh well. We've got lots of blue and pink horrors. This is going to be the problem with this this battle, because the blue and pink horrors, of course, are going to be hitting us at range, and you know, large units are always quite susceptible to missile fire, and we're all large. I mean, we're all large. We're just large. So we need to take the burning crystal, the deviating crystal, and the ever climbing crystal. It's going to give us units. Oh, we've got some of those cavi boys, which, well, we'll see. Right. Taken out the horrors, and we are now moving to capture the burning crystal. As ever, I will always cut bits of this battle out where it's a little bit boring, because units are moving into position or what have you. So mostly going to be fighting a lot of horrors, and that's kind of a big issue, because, you know, they have that range. 130 range. It's not actually that good, but it's annoying enough that it's going to cause us some major problems. Plus, they've got exalted fucking flamers this early on. Really? Like, the first survival battle is usually pretty easy, but yikes, yikes. Well, it does look like the next campaign, the normal campaign on the old YouTubes, is going to be Zinch, so I'll be looking forward to testing out some of these units. I haven't really played many of the factions. I've sort of like tested them out a little bit, but never got very far with them. So things like I've not used flamers. I've used some pink horrors and blue horrors, but you know, I want to try out some of the elite units. Talking of elite units, ogre balls with iron fists now arriving on the battlefield to act as, well, basically a human shield, ogre shield. Tell you what, the other problem with the survival battle is it's quite defensive, but it's also like, if they have more missile units for them, it's more defensive for them than you. And plus, in this particular battle, they've kind of got the, you know, but basically they've got a nice big area where they can just shoot you from. And I don't really have the firepower to shoot back at them. So we're taking a lot of damage here. I mean, Greasus does generate health quite rapidly. Something that I forgot. And we'll see. We'll see why that might be a problem later on. Because, of course, units can only regenerate so much of their health, which is fine. But if you forget that, if you just assume that they'll, oh, it's fine, because, you know, I've not healed these guys very much, therefore I can just regenerate them using the survival battle mechanics. If you suddenly realise that you can't, well, you know, it can be awkward. The Gorgers tearing those demons apart. And yeah, I suddenly realised that actually it might have been a better idea to actually be up here, where we've got slightly more space to flank around. I mean, to be honest, there's no real good place for it. We've mostly spent resources on our units, not on the towers, because of course if you build a tower in the realm of Zinch, it's usually going to get incinerated fairly quickly. Our ogres are just bludgeoning their way through these hordes of pink horrors, which, I mean, seems to be fairly effective, which is good. And then we've got our saber tusk pack mopping up these pink horrors. A little bit of warp flame there, reducing their armor. But these pink horrors are no real match for the saber tusks. I mean, 55 melee attack there is going to, and plus the 93 weapon strength is going to be pretty devastating. They'll be able to cut their way through that fairly well. Forsaken getting punched around. And Greasus and his little blob of iron guts taking on some pink horrors there. He's up to 18 kills. I mean, it's not bad. By no means by no means bad. Looks like the waves have finished. We just need to mop up what's left. So far, so good. Got control of this. There's not many units that are able to fight. To be honest, locking units down is probably the most important thing in this realm. Like, hit them fast, stop them from shooting at you, because if they get lots of shots off on you, it's gonna sting. You know, like these guys. These guys here, they should be being killed right now, ideally. Can someone please stab these guys? It would be great if you would. Stop them from just chucking pink fire at us. That's it. Some cannonballs. That's what we need. Yeah, wave goodbye to your fucking shield, you little pink shits. Okay, it looks like the last of the wave are being dealt with. Only 3 pink horrors remaining. There are some additional blue horrors here, but these are units that just spawn throughout the battle. I guess the Forsaken must be as well. The Forsaken spawn? Really? Huh. Alright. Well, that's no worries. We'll deal with these last few units, and then we're going to push on towards the next crystal. No mucking about this time. Our Saber-Tusk pack coming around behind the enemy as top of their little defensive formation there while the ogres push up the hill. And we're basically just... I mean, I've buffed these Saber-Tusk out the wazoo. They now have 66 melee attack and 106 weapon strength. Plus 52 charge bonus, which means these pink horrors are going to get absolutely fucking diced. That shield, though, is very tanky. How much shield do they have? 1,304. Yikes. That's a lot of shield. You know, on top of their already fairly good health. They've got 6,400 health, and then an additional like 1,000 on top of that just for their fucking shield. Meanwhile, ogres have finished beating up the remains. Exit, come on, guys, up the bloody hill, guys. Come on, help us out. Saber-Tusk pack just racking up the kills there. The Gorgers also arriving to help tear apart some pink horrors. I say, get them, lads. Get them. Yes. This is what we want. Okay, the ogre's finally arriving to join the party, which is good. One big blob of ogres. Those Gorgers are really good, actually. They are very strong. Look at that anti-infantry as well. 20 bonus anti-infantry, which gives them massive amounts of melee attack against enemy infantry. Not to mention... Are they basically the Minotaurs of the ogres? Should I have more Gorgers? Asking for a friend. Okay, these pink horrors are being absolutely torn to shreds. There we go. We're about to take the deviating crystal. Get some additional reinforcements from that. We've got plenty of resources as well. I've been buffing up some of our boys. Yeah, the Saber-Tusk I've healed them up as well, because I mean, I'm used to Nurgle in survival battles, where you just kind of sit there and occasionally heal up. But the ogres are considerably more fragile. Never mind. Right, we're going to build our defences, get some more units in here, and we can prepare for the next wave. And here comes that wave. Some Chaos Knights of Zinch. Very tanky boys. How much fucking... Right, they've got 8,100 health, plus an additional... It doesn't actually say their shields. I mean, it must have been over 1,000? Or is that what they have? 7... Why is it dropping, though? Why is the maximum dropping? Oh, it's proportional to the remaining health. I see. So, they must have about, like, what? Over 9,000 health? They're pretty tanky boys. I mean, they're getting the shit kicked out of them by ogres, but that's to be expected. Plus, we've built one tower. Our one tower behind our lines, or kind of, because it's going to mean that the pink horrors are less likely to shoot at it. Meanwhile, our saber tusks and gorgers are now tearing their way towards this little point here where they're summoning in, oh, exalted pink horrors. Oh, good. Things with more missile fire. Fantastic. Just what I need with tentacle heads. Good times. So they're chucking more fire at us. I'm going to have to weather that, push forwards, and try and plug this little gap here. Meanwhile, we have more lead belchers being attacked by those very nasty... I'm kind of like scared of screamers now. Now I realise how much fucking anti-large they have. That's kind of terrifying. We've got more pink horrors down here getting bludgeoned by that tower. And we've got an exalted flamer as well moving up. Meanwhile, Greasus is leading the Iron Guts to repulse this particular attack. Oh, those screamers are going to nom on our lead belchers. And I say, they're just going to do a lot of damage. I mean, it'd be better if you were like charging into the rear of a unit, but even then, the lead belchers are just getting absolutely wrecked there. I'm going to have to send some units to go and assist, but they're all busy dealing with... well, we're just having to push forward. Because every time we advance, we just run into another unit chucking shit at us. More exalted bloody pink horrors. So we're going to have to just keep pushing forward. Which means these lead belchers are in a little bit of trouble. Which means we need to summon in some man-eaters with iron fists. So come and help. And already those lead belchers are pretty much beaten. And the screamers... I mean, they lost their shield. But other than that, they're still pretty healthy from taking out a unit of lead belchers. Tricksy. Very tricksy. Our Ogre Balls with Iron Fists are mopping up the pink horrors down here. I'm not too worried about what happens to them. We do have more units coming in from behind us. Again, the Ogre Balls are going to deal with that. That's fine. Not particularly worried about that. The Screamer's finally going down, which is good. And we are now casting some magic onto the exalted pink horrors because we need to do something about them. And we're still busy trying to kill all of their friends. If we can just lock them into combat... that would be good. The Exalted Flamer. I really want to use it. Like, is an Exalted Flamer good? I feel like the normal Flamers might be better, but I don't know. Genuinely don't know. Okay, the pink horror's being mopped up. Looks like the last of Wave 2 is being crushed. Come on, Ogre Balls. Or Iron Guts, I should say. Finish them off. Show them who's the daddy. That Exalted Flame is actually very tanky. Normal Flamers go down pretty hard, but the Exalted Flamers just doesn't want to die. It doesn't even have that much health, or armor, or melee defense. But he's just tanking it. Just tanking it. Okay, what's left of Wave 2 is, I think, this little section over here. That's it. That's all they've got left. Everything else is just additional units spawning in from the rear. Alright. That's Wave 2 down. Now we just need to head towards the ever-climbing crystal and the last wave of the battle. So most of the pink horrors are now marching down towards our lead belchers. They of course have Jeff the Shit, not have changed without any spells. Advancing down as well. The artillery doing some good damage there. Oh no, more screamers. I'm scared of screamers now. Got a complex about them. They're just a lot more killy than I thought they would be. I'm going to send Greasus to just attack these pink horrors, because that's fine, I can just heal him up. I haven't realised that actually his health is already capped. And any damage he now takes, I can't heal up. Oops. Jeff taking all the flack. Just getting bombed in the face. He does not have much health left. He lands down, all screamers attacking our lead belchers. Fortunately, assistance is nearby. Gonna send some units to help. Greasus, meanwhile, is just gonna do some wicked skids into a bunch of exalted pink horrors. Doing the old work, the windmills. The windmills are out. And he's going to be batting his way through these pink horrors for the most part. He's killed 50. He's killed 54 now, which is not bad. The cannonball's coming in as well, which is fine. All good there. Looks like Jeff has... Oh no, Jeff's almost dead. He's almost dead. He dead. Jeff dead. Just left his staff there as well. Some fat loot there. Lovely tentacle staff. Reminds me of my World of Warcraft days. Had me a tentacle staff. Okay, this is a bit dangerous here because I've just realised that maybe Greasus can't be healed, and that's a bit, yeah. You can see he's taking a lot of fire here, so I'm going to have to send someone to help him. This is not a particularly good position for Greasus to be in because he's currently getting stabbed and also set on fire. So we're gonna send everyone to go and help him. Everyone's now charging up the hill. This is fine. Some ogres coming in from behind as well, so that's good. Greasus will be absolutely fine. I just hadn't realised that his health was maxed out because I hadn't healed. I'd healed him once, and I was like, that's fine. I can heal him again. This is fine. I hadn't realised that he had regeneration items on it, and he'd basically been healing the entire time. And then, of course, he hit the cap, and then, well, there we go. So poor old Greasus only has half a health pool now. But never mind, because we are reaching the ever-climbing crystal and the last wave of the battle. So this is a bit of a weird entrance for the Librarian, who turns up like literally right next to you. Like in the realm of Khorne and Sinesh, you've got a bit of distance. You know, they have time to sort of announce themselves, whereas in the realm of Nurgle and Tzeentch, they're just kind of like pop right next to you. So we're not going to kick the shit out of the Librarian. Because he's a giant nerd. So let's do that. Meanwhile, more demons spawning in right next to us, which we're using, you know, just bludgeoning them to death. I mean, that's good for us, really. It means we don't have to worry about running into melee combat with them, because we are literally already in melee combat with them. God, the pink horrors look fucking great, don't they? Like, all the models look great, but like the pink horrors just look so good. Taking a little bit of fire here, we have a burning chariot of Tzeentch, and then some Chaos Knights of Tzeentch also charging into battle. Getting stuck into combat with our Ogre Bulls. And the Iron Guts protecting this flank. We do have a little Exalted Flamer moving in. Lead Belchers, though, cutting them down to size. More Knights. You know what? I don't mind the Knights of Tzeentch because they don't shoot at me. That's just something. They do look very shiny, though, don't they? These are very shiny boys. Okay, is that Librarian dead yet? Getting there. You got Greasus. I mean, he doesn't have much of a health pool, but he's fine. We've got the Saber Tusks. There's some Man-Eaters in there. Mr. McFryer. Bad Santa's joining the party as well. Basically, Librarian is in a lot of trouble. See, he's now losing quite a lot of health, and although a lot of fire coming in to try and support, too little too late. He's used Glean Magic, which is good for him, and he is dead. Okay. Now we just need to mop up. We're getting a little bit of fire here from some of the flamers. There's also flamers, lots of pink horrors as well. This is basically what you want to do as Tzeentch, isn't it? Basically keep the enemy army at bay with your Chaos Knights, and then just light them up with basically everything else. This is pretty risky for us. We need to break through these Chaos Knights, and the Chaos Knights are very tanky. They're very tanky boys. So, I know the Exalted Flamer has more missile strength, but I don't know if the fact that the Flamers have, like, a wider sort of, like... Is that better, or is that... I don't know. I think we need to do some science here to find out. I'm very excited to try out Tzeentch, actually. Tzeentch is my second favourite Chaos God after Nurgle. I think Khorne may have pipped Slaanesh. I think Slaanesh may be my least favourite now. It's just because Khorne has the Flesh Doggos and the Minotaurs, so, you know... So that's where I am emotionally anyway. What's left of the Demon Prince's forces are being mopped up. I think we've just got some... Is that just just some bog standard pink horrors over there to be mopped up, and then it's just this lot. And with the Librarian dead, it's just a case of running down any survivors and securing that second Demon Prince soul. I'll level with you. That wasn't very fun. Like, I endured that. Let's take the replenishment, I think.
Ursun is not dead. The bear still clings to life. Of course, God blood to break a curse.
Too long. I was imprisoned in shadow. Finally, my flesh returns. Flesh to tear, little demon. When I am free, you will know the wrath of a god. The bonds of the Forge are strong, and you grow weak. Our journey is not complete.
The Lord of Shadows is a shadow no more. With his curse broken, he can pursue his burning desire to enact revenge and dominate the world.
Now,
Good.
yeah, I get the idea. Now, I don't think it wasn't fun because survival battles aren't interesting. I do think the survival battles are cool, but oh, we're like literally just inside our territory there. That's useful, especially when Zhao Ming is on his way down. But I do think when the survival battles work when you're playing on the defense, and when you're fighting Tzeentch, you can't really do that. You have to be on the attack, and so you just end up going further and further out. To be honest, I think they should just send like maybe maybe leave the pink horrors to a minimum, like maybe 2 or 3 a round, and then just throw a lot of Forsaken and Tzeentch Knights and shit at you. That I think would be more interesting, because as it is, you just end up like slowly expanding out your defenses, because you're like, well, I can't actually just sit here. I just have to keep expanding out, and it's not the best. Good. So let's get some.
I serve only the dragons.
Obey me.
Well, what we should do. I mean, all of these are fucking terrible, but I guess you're
Survivor of the
not
flame
the worst. We'll get a couple of you guys. I guess Grendel's not bad. We'll get a couple of you guys, because if we lose Firemouth, then we will lose the ability to recruit those guys. And I don't really want to lose the ability to recruit those guys, so we're going to do that.
Greasus Goldtooth.
Righteous Man-Eaters, Gorgers and Giants. I mean, I do like the Gorgers. So we've got Iron Guts, we've got Gorgers. We could do that. We don't have more ammunition for these guys, do we? It's not like we run out of ammunition all that much. Let's do something like that. Then we can get renowned and feared. Then I might be. I mean, Greasus is a fine melee combatant, but probably should get missile resistance, especially after last battle. You know what? I'm going to get Flaming Sword of Ruin. And Bad Santa. Bad, yeah, Gutsy. There you go. Gutsy. Right, we're going to have to race over here. Also, I don't want to lose this camp, so I'm going to need some... Not that one. That one? That one. There we go.
Who can I boss around next?
I mean, they're pretty cheap. They're pretty cheap, and you get some Noblars. Basically, we'll drown them in Noblars, potentially. I'm going to have to bring you back, aren't I? As much as I'd like to go and bop these guys, there are bigger fish to fry. I did not think Zhao Ming would be down here this quickly. Like, I thought we'd have some time. I wasn't concerned. I mean, I'm concerned now. Obviously. Though we did beat up his sister, though. So there is that. Flamestorm is good. You... What do you do? Oh, you can block army. Is that useful? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You know what? Spread control isn't the worst thing to have either. I don't... Like, what's the point in damaging walls, considering the fact that we could literally just knock down any wall we wanted? Like, basically, we could just beat up the walls fine by ourselves. Like, it's not an issue. Walls are not a thing for ogres. Okay, we've had a rebellion, but I don't care. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
A new direction.
Can we block you?
An exhilarating triumph.
Okay. I mean, I'm not that upset about that. I mean, it's not going to make you like me, because I'm going to trespass through your territory, plus I'm going to be constantly so you're going to get really shitty with me and probably try and kill me. But I don't quite understand the real benefit of that. I mean, the fact that I'm fighting your enemies suggests that maybe you should just, like, not get in my way. But who is your biggest threat? Me, apparently. Good. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. Did we succeed to do that? You're still going to be able to reach us, but Firemouth does have some defenses. Don't think it's going to be enough, but it's got some. We should be able to reach Firemouth. Oh, I'm on the other hand. We've got 2 stacks of Nurgle. Where the fuck did you come from? Here? Did you really come from... Wait, you went past Mist... Did you sack this? It doesn't look like you did. You're just heading in this direction, are you? You big bastards. Well, at least we're 2 souls up, so that's something. You know. Og. I genuinely don't know how long you've got left to live, so good luck with that. We can't afford a fire belly because we've got no money. But that's fine. That's fine. That's not a problem. No one panic.
You're on my good side until you're not.
Hello. You want me to join you? What? New. I've got enough problems without. I mean, Zinch taking that settlement is just going to cause him issues because there's no corruption down there, so it's just going to rebel, and then he's going to have a bad time. What the fuck are you? What the fuck are you doing, you shit? Okay. You're giving yourself a little enclave down here, are you? Well, good luck with that.
Most wise.
Also, what are you guys doing?
Too rich to
I'm not sure I'm a fan with that. You guys are meandering your way down this way, which is a bit of an issue. Let's see if we can get you in an ambush. Maybe Gordon Ramsay to give you a fucking kitchen nightmare.
priest of the fireball.
Right, that's not going to do anything. That's not going to... Oh, for fuck's sake.
To touch of Dragonborn is blasphemy.
Well, you're not giving me... I was doing really well. Things were going so well. And now look. Now look what's happened. It's all gone tits up. It was always going to go tits up. This is fine. This is fine.
Voice of the volcano.
This is fine. Like, you know. It's a lot of crossbow boys, isn't it? He's a supervisor. Is that good? More camping mode. Do we give this... I guess it makes sense. I mean, Og otherwise would just go out on his... So let's try Og. Let's try. What's this? Thunder charge. Huh. Alright. Will Og survive? I mean, it's dicey. It's very dicey. We've got a lot of missile units, plus a big bunch of reinforcements coming, and they're led by a lot of guys with magic, which isn't great. The plan is basically we build as many towers as possible, and we stay away from the missile units until they're further into the city, and then we can chase them down and murder them. I mean, the fact that Zhao Ming is on his way as well is it's not great. Yeah, so they're taking pot shots at us, and we're just going to move our units away to try and draw them further into the settlement. We've got kind of a nice little trap here. Plus, we can use this. I didn't know what this did, and apparently it does that. Like, it's just like a big old tramply boy, which seems fine. Ooh, that was a good fireball. Holy shit. And all these Jade Warriors now moving into range of all the fucking knives. That's it. Knife 'em, boys. Knife to meet you. I said, that's it. Knives. Lots of knives. Lots and lots. I want more knives. More knives. Cannonball helps too. Don't hit a rot. He's not wearing. He's just wearing a big old nappy. Okay, that's a lot of... I mean, they do have some more money defense and armor. And now they've got damage resistance, but they're still taking a shit ton of damage there. And looks like Chun Zheng, thank God for 3 kingdoms, is doing some nasty magic on our face. No, dislike. Here comes Og. Misses, never mind. Dodged. Dodged on a horse. Lots of... Fucking hell, there's so many fucking daggers in her back. Oh my god. Holy shit. That is so many fucking daggers. Good. Okay, well, at least you seem to be having a bad time. Oh, you're not looking very... Oh, you're dead. Okay, good. That's good. And we still got some missile units over here to deal with, which is fine. Enemy Lord has been wounded, though. And now we can rush these units here. They've just brought some Jade Warriors with halberds and some crossbows in. So we're going to bring our boys in and basically just hit them as hard as possible and mop them up. Meanwhile, here comes the reinforcement. A large blob of Jade Warriors, Peasant Archers, not to mention Zhao Ming himself. And that's going to... He's a problem. Not to mention that they've also got this one here, who's also level 23. Yeesh. Okay, so we're going to have to deal with both of them. But first we need to mop up the rest of the initial army that attacked us. The Shade Warrior Crosswoman getting absolutely wrecked. Good stuff. And as we move up to deal with the last of these crossbows, we're actually bringing the Mournfang Cavalry in to help. Coming around behind, and they're going to get a lovely little charge there. Right. Oh, yes, that's the stuff. Big charge action. That's going to rout them, and that's going to free us up. Basically, now what's left of our defense force, and it's still pretty sizable, can now concentrate on defending against the reinforcements. And we've got some towers up. Now, we don't have many sort of anti-infantry towers, but we do have cannonballs, which are, you know, fine. And plus, if we want to take Zhao Ming down, then cannonballs are going to be pretty useful. Get 'em, boys. There we go. That's it. Take them out. Perfect. Okay, more and more towers coming up. We've got a nice little killing zone here. We can potentially get some towers up over here as well. I think there's a tower spot over there as well, which could be quite useful. They do have the great Longmar Riders. They're pretty killy. Good weapon strength, good melee attack, good melee defense. Armor, very fast as well. Good charge bonus. They could be a problem. If they didn't just race into combat with us, which is exactly what they're going to do, which makes our life a little bit easier. However, they also have this fire rain rocket, because Zhao Ming starts with one. Fortunately, it's not going to do a huge amount of damage to us, but it is going to do some damage, and there's not really much we can do about it. The Longmar Riders, though, charging headlong straight into combat with us. And more importantly, right into the killing zone with our cannons. Which means they're about to get strafed with cannonballs. Oh, this is going to be good. Oh, that was pretty devastating. Look at the amount of health damage we just did there. That's a lot of damage done to most of those units. If only I'd saved the other one. You only have 2 charges of it. And I was kicking myself for using the first charge on that initial little force, but then I didn't know what it did, so I had to test it out. And oh, look at all this. I just had a second one. I said, like, trample. Oh, that'd be so good. Longmar Riders throwing themselves right at our ogres, which is a terrible decision because our ogres are then just going to overpower them very rapidly and wipe them out. Not to mention all the cannon fire coming in there, just tearing through them. The Mournfang Cavalry are about the only fast-moving unit that I have, and they are going to go and annihilate this unit of crossbows. And then they're going to try and flank around and take out this fire rain rocket. Now, the only slight issue here is that they have these train gunners, and they will be doing a lot of damage to us. If we're trying to attack the fire rain rocket, then they'll be shooting at us. There's not really much we can do about that. They seem to be coming up this little pathway here, being led by Zhao Ming, who is my favourite of the dragon kids. Mostly because he's got that General Zod vibe. Which is good. And then you have Lan here. It's no you, the anti-capitalist, but never mind. So Zhao Ming just charging straight in there, no fear. I mean, Zhao Ming is very strong though. Oh, what I wouldn't do for a fucking burning head. I should have put a bloody fire boy in this army, shouldn't I? I should have put. I was a little bit worried though what happened to him. Because Zhao Ming has a lot of winds of magic that you can throw at us, and that is going to do... Oh, that's a lot of damage. That flamey wall thing is amazing. I fucking love it. I don't like it when it's being used on me, mind. I'm against that. So we're going to move our Noblars around here. And we're going to hopefully try and draw in the enemy infantry. And then when the missile units are back here, we're going to charge them with the Noblars. Now, Noblars aren't great, but they should be able to deal with bog standard peasant archers and stuff. That's my dream. That's the hope. Right. Mon-Fan cavalry charging in. I was a little bit worried about them shooting at me, and they are. Maybe I should have picked out the crane gunners first, but I figured actually taking out the artillery is probably the better bet. Uh-oh. Zhao Ming's going dragon. Zhao Ming's gone dragon form. Which I think is actually probably a mistake on his part, because it's going to make him a lot easier to hit. Meanwhile, Lan just seems to be meandering around like going for a fucking sightseeing visit. Getting twatted by cannonballs all the time, which is fine by me. Okay, there goes slamming into this huge blob of Cathay infantry. This is a really good position here because these cannons are going to be constantly pounding them from every direction. I should have built a tower here, but I was a little bit worried about the missile unit shooting them. The Noblars now charging down, but some Jade Warriors just sort of like flanking off and attacking us. And we end up in this big blob, which is not ideal. What I wanted to do was spread out and try and lock down some of these missile units over here. Unfortunately, what happens is this. Oh dear. No, Noblars are so fucking flammable! Oh, Jesus Christ, the Noblanity! Oh no, so many fried Noblars. Right, there's a massive melee going on here, which is not really ideal for us, but we'll just have to make do. Zhao Ming is taking damage, but he just has a massive health pool. So he's just taking it. He's just taking it at the moment. Not much we can do about that apart from just keep trying. Where the fuck is Lan gone? Oh, there she is. Just wandering, just continuing to just wander around. Are you lost? The battle's over that way. Do you want to... You're just meandering, are you? Okie dokie. You know what? I was sure we were going to lose this. But actually, this is going a lot better than I thought it would. These cannonballs just ripping through the Jade Warriors in their big clumps. And Zhao Ming is losing health. Not as fast as I'd like him to, but he is losing health. Zhao Ming has taken a pretty big beating, and we actually still have some Noblars available, and they are taking out these Jade Warriors, Jade Warrior crossbows, and these peasant archers, or at least they were. Oh, it's gonna sting. Oh, ow. Yeah, that stung. Fuck. Some of our Noblars and the Mon-Fan cavalry returning to the fight, though, and charging back up this little street, trying to join the main fight here. There's still a lot of Jade Warriors, but the constant cannon fire has depleted them considerably, and they actually don't have many more than we have now. It's those strafing cannonballs, and some of our units coming back to the fight. These guys, though, just retreating. They're just off. They've got -8 leadership, and they're just gone. That's it. They won't be coming back. These Noblars getting wiped out, but you can see they've taken a very heavy toll on the surviving missile units. More Noblars tearing back up the hill. The Mon-Fan cavalry coming, knocking out those crane gunners. We have another tower being constructed up here. More towers being constructed all over the place. Fireballs being chucked at Zhao Ming. He's down to 3,500 health points. And there's a lot of dead Jade Warriors littering the ground. The Fire Baby Twins taking pot shots at Zhao Ming. And Og up to 54. He's been doing a lot of damage. 54 kills there. 56 kills on him. I mean, he's down to half health, but he's been tearing his way through Cathayan forces. Looks like our Fire Belly's left, but a Rot is still fighting. But now he's fighting Zhao Ming alone, and that's not really ideal. But a lot of Cathay's forces are on the retreat. It's getting very close. We're almost... In fact, we're beating them in numbers, which is impressive, but they still have Zhao Ming. But he's taking an absolute beating. Og has arrived to help out as well. Some scattered remnants of the Jade Warriors still trying to fight, but Og might do this. Holy shit. Zhao Ming is very low on health. Samoga's coming back as well, pummeling into Zhao Ming as he tries to get away. Oh, and the Fire Belly coming back as well. Looks like we've got him pinned. Og's still fighting on. He is surrounded though, but the cannon's just hitting him from every direction. He's... Oh shit. He's down to 540 health. Og, though, sub 1,000. Zhao Ming is about... Zhao Ming's down. He's gone. Og is retreating, but Zhao Ming's dead. One Gecko dead. Okay, well, Og is retreating, and we don't really have much left army-wise. We're going to pull every available unit back so that we can't lose through army losses, and we're going to let the towers do their work. Because while there are some missile units still standing around taking pot shots at some of the towers, there definitely aren't enough missile units to take out all the towers, and we've got plenty of supplies. With Zhao Ming dead, I think we've got this. I think we basically just need to stay alive. Don't let any of our units get killed unnecessarily by these long-range units. Just let the towers do their work until army losses take effect and Cathay's forces retreat. It looks like it's getting close. Some of these units are now starting to waver. Some of our units are starting to waver as well, but you can see they're actually not too bad. I think we're fairly stable. And there we go. Army losses have taken effect for Cathay. Og has successfully managed to not die and save the settlement. Unbelievable. I cannot... I genuinely did... How the fuck are you still alive?
Slice 'em up, butchers.
How the hang on. Hang on. You better be dead.
Bite your lack of it.
You better be fucking dead, mate. You want a military alliance. You have one settlement. No. Nope. No military alliance for you. And don't care. Oh, we did get the ambush. Well, that's a win. I'll take that.
Today is a day of butchery. Tonight we feast on meat.
Well, things are not going very well for the Nurgle forces. For one, we've got lead belchers. And two, it's an ambush. Double trouble. So they're getting absolutely just destroyed. I don't know why did these guys come down here? Was there a rift that got closed? Because... Or are they just targeting me because the AI just likes to target me? Anyway, we do have some rock flies trying to engage our ogres. We're going to buff our ogres up, because we've got Bull Gorges upgraded there, and they're going to mop those up fairly easily. Meanwhile, the Nurglings and Plague Bearers are getting an absolute faceful of cannonballs. Yeah, things are not looking good for old Fluxrots. He's brought his horde of Plague Bearers a long way just to get blatted in the face with a cannonball. Not the excursion to the mortal realm he was expecting, I imagine. Right, come on, lads, let's raise some merry hell. Next thing you know, a cannonball in the face. Tale as old as time. Well, we're going to send old Vod in to just tank them, basically, because if they're trying to kill Vod, then they're going to, you know, bulk up, bunch up. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Bunch up around us, and then we can cannonball them. The Saber Tusks then ripping through the Nurglings, sending them spiraling all over the place. And I think this army is disintegrating with, you know, good reason, to be honest. Boop. Let's take the money. Oh, another one. Valiant defeats. Zarnagrund. Oh no, the camp. Bugger. Well, I don't think there's any point fighting that, to be honest. That's annoying. I spent a lot of money on that. We can all resolve that one and win. Alright, never minds. Got defeat. Oh, Zhao Ming's Og has got the Zhao Ming trait, more armor for his entire army. That's quite nice. However, we do have another general heading this way. We're going to kind of try and block them. Killed in battle, killed in battle. Oh, big name. I forgot to check his big name, actually. That's been raised. Lost to outposts. Camp's being destroyed. Income from all buildings is quite nice. We successfully blocked their army, which means they ain't going anywhere. What big names do you have? Belly Slapper. -8 melee attack around you. That's pretty good. It's not bad. Unbreakable for Noblar units. Melee attack when fighting against Ogre Kings with income from sacking settlements, 20%. Well, obviously, Belly Slapper. Belly Slapper Og. Holy shit, what a guy. Didn't die. That's pretty good. What do you get? Tithe Taker. Okay, Iron Discipline. Okay. Absolute Violence. Fair enough. Devour Challengers. Yeah, impressive wealth as well. Anything else? Nope. Okay, well that's, you know, still pretty good. It's not bad. Best Eaters, Iron Guts and Man-Eat, maybe. But you're probably just going to be sticking with Ogre Bulls, aren't you? Because you're kind of like the third army we have. Impressive Wealth. It's not a bad one to start off with. That extra recruit rank. Pretty nice, actually.
Belongs to the boss.
Because that way we can start off with level 3. Level 3 boys, which is going to give more melee attack, defense, and leadership, reload skill, and all that kind of good stuff. So that's fine. So Og is safe for the moment, and it looks like there's multiple stacks of ogres heading in this direction, which means he should be fine. And of course Gordon Ramsay is leveled up again, 3 levels, holy shit. Okay, meat reserves, troll guts, and let's go extra ingredients. So, oh, as long as you're in melee. Oh, so it's a cooldown, but it does give you reserves per second as well, which is really nice. And then it recharges if you're in melee combat, so I guess that makes sense. Let's get Piercing Bolts of Burning for you. And Vud, I'm going to give you... we've already got Stalk. Let's go Vanguard. Actually, change my mind. Let's go to increase mobility. Because that's going to help us meander around a little bit. A little bit more. Well, Og has successfully defended Firemouth. However, we do have more armies bearing down on him. Although they won't be able to reach him next turn. So he might be okay. I mean, Greasus is one turn away. So I think we can probably, you know, he'll be fine. We did lose our camp down here, which is kind of annoying, but Black Fang can get defences, and then that's going to be fairly tanky. I think we even might go with the additional defences there, because that's kind of like protecting our southern flank. So that sounds like a good shout there. Karakazorn, we've currently got the growth here, which we don't need anymore, so I'm going to knock that down. We're going to get extra defences there as well, and I think Karaketan... Again, something similar should happen there, I think. Good. We've only got one camp. We need to get some camps down. I think what I need to do is head into Cathay and start plopping camps down left, right, and rock and centre. And start beating up some dragon kids. So we got the bounty shop, which is nice, but we lost the other one, which means we're now currently losing income. But it's actually not too bad. I guess the question is, well, first... Successfully surviving means you get a new name. So you are now General Spells. General Belchits. There we go. Belly Slapper General Belchits. Successfully threw wave upon wave of his men at the dragon until they died. And then the cannons killed him. But the important thing is they kept him busy. So that's good. Right, okay, so I guess the poll for next time is going to be... we've got now 2 Demon Souls. Which is great. We need 2 more. We need Nurgle or Khorne. So which of the realms are we going to pop into next? Is it going to be Nurgle or is it going to be Khorne? That's going to be the poll for next time. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you in the next episode.